Years ago, I think much more so than today, sometimes people had safety deposit boxes in local banks. Some of you may not even know what that is. A safety deposit box was basically you kind of renting out a container at a local bank. And it was like in the vault section of the bank. And what you would do is you would take those things that were most precious to you and you would say, I'm putting that in a safety deposit box. Some of you might be reminded right now that maybe some years ago you put something in there and you totally forgot about it. So you're welcome. You may want to go see if that bank is still open and you can go check. If God had a safety deposit box, what would he put in it? Well, the answer, if you play out that analogy, would be undoubtedly his people, because his people are so precious to him. Now, God doesn't need a safety deposit box. His people are secure in his hands, but you get the point. His people are indeed precious to him. How could he demonstrate that more than sending his son and pouring out his son's blood for the church? This is why the gospel is called great news. That you can have forgiveness, and your forgiveness is connected to the greatest demonstration of love ever. It's the best news ever. There's no better news than this. God demonstrates his love and forgives sinners through what he did in his son and faith in him. I'm reminded of how Spurgeon, he was announced to preach in a country town, and the way he described it was one of the eastern counties. And due to circumstances that were beyond his control, he ended up being late. So as he ends up approaching the place where he was going to preach, the chapel, he saw that someone was in the pulpit. It was his venerable and dear grandfather, who was also a minister of Christ. When his grandfather saw him come in the front door and start making his way down the aisle, he said, "Here comes my grandson. He may preach the gospel better than I can, but he cannot preach a better gospel. Can you, Charles?" This news is so great. You can't get better than this. God demonstrated his love by sending his son to the cross for his people, all who would trust in him. Best news ever. So what is the church? It's a group of people who have been called out of darkness into light. They've been graciously granted faith and repentance. They've looked to Christ alone, and they are the people that God purchased with the blood of his son. They are dear in the heart of God more than we could imagine.